My name is Goreng. I came here of my own free will. I thought I would spend 6 months reading books and quitting smoking and return to a beautiful life. But I didn't know what this place was actually like. When I opened my eyes, I found myself on level 48. Sitting in front of me was an old man, Trimagasi. In the middle, there was a massive square hole. From top to bottom, there was only emptiness. Trimagasi told me one thing on the first day that still rings in my ears today. The people above don't talk to the people below, and the people below don't answer because they are below. Suddenly, an alarm went off. A huge stone slab descended from above, the platform. It was filled with layers of royal food. But what were they? Someone else's leftovers, scattered bones, and rotten remains. Before reaching the 48th floor, the 94 people above had eaten like animals and turned it into hell. I felt disgusted. I thought I wouldn't touch this food, but Trimagasi would laugh. He used to say, "When hunger strikes, principles vanish." For the first few days, I fasted. But when the pangs of hunger started twisting my stomach, I realized survival is the only truth here. One day, a woman came down on the platform, Miharu. Her eyes were filled with madness. They said she was looking for her child. Trimagasi said she had no child, that she was crazy. But I saw a strange agony in her eyes. Anyone who tried to attack her, she tore them apart. I didn't know then that this Miharu would one day save my life. A month later, when I woke up, darkness swallowed me. We were now on level 171. No food reaches here. By the time the platform arrives from above, not a single grain remains. I discovered that Trimagasi had tied me to the bed. In his hand was a sharp knife, which he called Samurai Plus. He looked at me and said in a calm voice, "Don't mind it, little friend. Hunger has made us enemies of each other." Just moments before he could cut the flesh from my leg, Miharu arrived like an angel. She finished Trimagasi. I survived, but to stay alive, I had to eat the flesh of Trimagasi's corpse. Human flesh. That was the day the human inside me died. The next month, I went to level 33. My companion was Imogiri, a former official of this prison. She was suffering from cancer. She wanted to explain spontaneous solidarity to everyone. She used to say, "If everyone eats moderately, the food will reach the bottom." But the prisoners below would only hurl insults at us. I realized that kind words wouldn't work. I threatened them. "If you don't eat moderately, I will defecate in your food from tomorrow." It worked. Fear forces people to follow rules. But even Imogiri couldn't save herself in the end. She committed suicide so that I could eat her to stay alive. Finally, when I rose to level 6, my new companion was Baharat. He had a rope. We decided things couldn't go on like this. We would descend on the platform ourselves and distribute the food with our own hands. We took weapons. We fought. We held back the selfish people of the upper levels. Midway, a wise old man told us, "You must send a message to the administration, something they cannot destroy." We decided to take a panna cotta, a sweet dish, intact to the very bottom. That would be the language of our protest. Descending further, we saw the horror. People eating people, others lying dead. Finally, we reached level 333. There wasn't supposed to be any prisoner there, but in the dark corner sat a little girl, Miharu's lost child. The girl was starving. Our precious panna cotta, which was the symbol of our revolution, we fed to the girl. Because there can be no message greater than the life of a hungry child. I am bloody, battered, and bruised. I realized that my journey was over. When the platform reached the absolute bottom, I stepped off. The spirit of Trimagasi was with me. He said, "The message needs no bearer." I faded into the darkness, and that little girl began to rise toward the top at lightning speed on the platform alone. When the prison officials see a beautiful child return intact from the bottom, they will understand. They might have caged our bodies, but our humanity is not yet completely lost. Society is just like this prison. Someone is at the top, someone is at the bottom. But remember, one day you too could be at the bottom. So, at least learn to eat your share of food while thinking of others.